Okay, friend, we made it to the end of another week. Listen, let me give you the tea about this week. This week was crazy because, this was the first week where I was like, all right, I think I need to find a job. I think I need to find a part-time situation, really sit down and look for a job because the cash flow is not flowing in the way that I want it to. Things are moving into place. I'm meeting all these people. I'm in the right spaces, but the flow, the actual cash flow. This is the first time I'm looking at my bills. My bills are looking at me. And my bank account is also just there, passed out like a deflated balloon, and I'm just trying to revive it, with every pitch, with every LinkedIn post, with every conversation, and nothing was happening. And I had to go on a fast. You know me, I'm a faith-based founder. If anybody asks me what I do, I say that I'm a founder of a creative consulting agency called Little Dove Solutions, where we help creatives and we help founders, and we do that using web design. Me. Shout out to business owners and founder life. You're out here talking about the royal we. It's really the royal me. But we do that using website design, content strategy, branding, messaging, and mainly accountability. Even though it's a lot of creative direction, it's really helping people to find operational systems that work for them, starting with the person, because everybody's different. So anyway, I give them that whole spiel. And then I also say that I'm a faith-based content creator because that is exactly what I am. I think Jesus and his sandals are really dope. I really think that Jesus is that guy walking on water, bringing people back from the dead, back from the dead. I really think Jesus is amazing. I think that energy comes through in all my content, which is why I say I am a faith-based content creator and a lifestyle creator for people that need the more what am I going to tell my boss? You can say lifestyle girl because this is a lifestyle lock-in. Yeah, but this week tested me. Even though I'm out here pitching for my life and I'm meeting people and I'm proactive about it, it's still a challenge. And so I was like, what do you do when that happens? I went on a fast. I was like, God, it's me and you. We're locking in. I know I did that. God is above me. But I'm like, it's me and you. It's me and you. We got to figure this out. We have to figure this out because I am not somebody that just makes decisions just to make decisions. I always do things because I feel led to do them. I reached out to everybody that I could possibly think of because, again, the bills are looking at me. I'm looking at the bills. And all of my client work ended up getting pushed back a month. Literally everyone. It's just me and my one retained client right now, just holding hands, skipping through a meadow. And I'm doing outreach. I'm going on LinkedIn. I'm reaching out to people. I'm DMing. I'm making the content. But this is just what happens sometimes. Nothing seems to stick. And that is the life of being a founder. Sometimes your hustle and your efforts are not immediately gratified, which is so strange in this day and time when we get immediate gratification always. If I want my food to be heated up, I want my chicken to be warm, burning my tongue, then I can just put it in the microwave for a selected amount of time, and then I can come back and have chicken that is hot. That is immediate gratification. If I don't know a fact or I want to learn something, I can literally Google it. But with being a founder, there's no guarantee that all of the effort that you put in up front is actually going to pay off. But you have to have that drive, that intrinsic drive to just keep going. And especially as a faith-based, don't get too attached. Especially as a faith-based founder, you feel that call on your heart to build something. You know. Nobody could convince you. Nobody could tell you. You know for a fact that you are building this because God called you to build it. Then it's you have to keep going. And there's also a peace that comes with it. Oh my goodness. Even though this week started off crazy, where I was like, nah, bro, I gotta do something. I gotta lock in. There was still a peace. And when I say I gotta lock in, when I say lock in, I meant lock in spiritually. Because it was revealed to me that the reason why things feel so effortful and so strenuous and so an uphill battle, oh my God, I felt like Sisyphus just pushing a rock up a hill. I didn't think I was well-rounded like that. Yeah, I learned Greek. I learned Greek mythology. I went to private school. Father, forgive me for pride, Father. Father, help me. I'm really trying my best. Oh God, I'm trying my best to be humble. But that was a spicy little reference. Anyways, but still, when it feels effortful like that, it is because you are out of alignment with God. That's what was revealed to me. I was out of alignment. When I was coming to my desk, I was coming with my strategies, my will, my way, what I think is going to work, instead of stopping and praying and asking God to ayúdame por favor. Help me. Help me. So when you're out of alignment, one of the best things that you could possibly do is go on fasting. Not just a little, oh, I'm just fasting from social media, I'm just fasting from TV. The biblical way to fast is with food. Well, not with food, without food. You get what I'm trying to say. It's the absence of food for a specific period of time so that your whole entire being then has to rely on God. It's so that your flesh can be weakened, because it is weakened without food, so it doesn't have as much of a say, and your spirit man can be strengthened. So you take out the food, you add in the spiritual food, which is the word. So some people fast and they're not in their Bible, they're not in their word, they're not having devotion. So you know what that is, girl? That is an intermittent fast. That is starvation. You have to be reading the word. So I got really radical this week, and I was in my fasting bag because I was like, God, what are we doing? What are we doing? And by we, I mean me. Because I know you're holding up your deal. You're holding up your end of the bargain. And I'm just out here like, I think today I'm going to make a Canva spreadsheet. I think today I'm going to do a brand overview. I think today, and none of it was bad. None of it was unhelpful. It was just misaligned. And what ended up bringing it all back together, what ended up making everything make sense, was when I realized that to be a founder, it's not just something that, yes, I just called myself, even though in this day and age, you really can just call yourself whatever you want and just become that and be known as that. And then people will see you as that and believe that's who you are. But it's a calling. And if you have been called to be a founder, to be a kingdom builder, to be a business owner, to be even a creative, there is a discipline that has to come along with it in order for you to grow, in order for you to scale. There is a level of self-denial that needs to come with it, where sometimes you're gonna feel like sleeping in and you just can't. You just can't, because you need that time with God at the beginning of your day before you can just get up and just get into it like everybody else may be able to. And there will be days where you ask God, what do you want me to do? And he's like, I just want you to rest. You're like, great, because I just want me to rest. It's about making sure that you're not doing any of this alone. And I think that's really what I'm getting at. It was that moment of realizing this self-denial thing is not just for fasting, but it's part of the fabric of being a founder. We're here, we're in this week now. It's week 42. There's only 10 more weeks left in the year. And I'm at a place where at the beginning of the week, I was at a place where I was ready to jump ship. I even reached out to my old boss. That is something crazy that I was like, I don't know. I think it's also because my church is on a fast for humility. We're all talking about humbling ourselves and being at God's feet. And I was like, maybe I just need to eat a slice of humble pie and be like, y'all need me back? Y'all miss me? Y'all be talking about y'all miss me. Y'all miss me? Or y'all just miss me? Y'all want me to come back? Because I'm not going to hold you. The money was fantastic. And I just did not steward it well when I was making it. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, that's what I've been musing about. That's what's been going through my head this week. I'm happy to report fasting works. I had a deadline of Friday before I would have had to move some things around in my life that I did not want to have to move or do all these different things. And tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow was the deadline for me to have to change some things around, and God came through right on time. I can't share all the details about it yet, but it's much more subtle than it was before. I will say that I'm in so much more of a better place now than I was at the beginning of the week. Fasting works. Prayer works. Even if you feel frustrated with God, it's always better to keep that line of communication open. Even if it's you just being like, God, what are you doing? What's going on, fam? Beloved, my Father, what are you doing right now? Are you cooking? Can I eat? Cause I'm out here looking crazy. Ayúdame por favor. Yeah, and God hears that and he respects it. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Well, friend, I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope that you'll like this video. You know what I'm saying? Help your girl out. And if you like this format, please let me know. Let me know if you like this, with me just yapping and us just talking together about the week. Yeah, any feedback is always super helpful. But as per usual, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week for another video. Bye! Should I say my name? Does it matter? Do people care? People can read though. I'm Kimmy Coleman. I really appreciate you. No, I don't like that. I think people can read. And also it feels so acty. Like this is not an audition. I'm not auditioning to be your friends. I feel like we're already friends. Like what kind of, that's weird. That's weird. Do you stop in the middle of a conversation with a friend and be like, I'm Kimmy Coleman or I'm XYZ? Like, no, you just kind of like disperse. Okay, bye. I don't know where all this energy is coming from. I drank fruit juice. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't had sugar in like a whole week and then I just had some fruit juice, so buckle up. I don't know what's gonna happen next. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the fact that my bank account needed to be revived. I keep saying, interesting. Text notes. But I am thinking, like, what do people do when they think? Just stare into the... There has to be an a little aw. A little R in an in. Am I right? Rah, back from the dead. Like...